All right, y'all, we have a big round circle of queso fresco. Now I'm gonna take my cubed Velveeta, and yes, y'all, I'm using my cat's dish because I didn't unload the dishwasher yet, and this was clean, so this is what we're using. All right, so we're just gonna put our Velveeta cubes right here. Next, we're gonna take a little bit of Colby Jack cheese. Now I really like using this cheese for this recipe because it melts up real nice. So we're just gonna put that right over here. All right. All right, next, we're gonna use a can of diced tomatoes with green chili. I love using this in this recipe. So we're just gonna put this right here next to our Velveeta. And if you have some of the liquid in there, that's totally fine, all right? That's looking so good so far, y'all. All right, next here, we're gonna take a can. I have these chopped green chilies, okay? We're gonna put this right here next to our Velveeta. All right, make sure we get all that out. All right. Next, we have some green onion, fresh green onion. I love using this in this recipe, okay? So we're just gonna put that right on next to our tomatoes. We have some fresh garlic here. Now I love garlic, so we're gonna take a big spoonful, maybe about that much, and we're just gonna put this right next to our green chilies, all right? Just like so. I think that's good. You just need about 1 spoonful. All right. And now what we're gonna do here, I have here some cooked sausage. Now this is the Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage, which is what I really like using in this recipe. But y'all, you can use whatever kind of meat you'd like, or you can even leave it vegetarian. Ground beef will be good in here, ground turkey. You could also just leave it vegetarian, whatever you'd like. All right, so now what we're gonna add here, we're just gonna fill up this empty space. I'm gonna use a little bit more Velveeta because I still have this cubed. All right, we're just gonna put it right in there. Oh, this is looking so good, y'all. A little bit more Velveeta. And then we're gonna put a little bit more of our Colby Jack. Actually, we're just gonna use the rest of it, all right? This is a dip, a nice, delicious dip. And then we're gonna put a little bit more of our green onion right there. All right, y'all, so this is looking great. Remember, we have our sausage, our garlic, our green chilies, Velveeta, tomatoes, green onion, and lots of cheese. All right, so now we got one more step. We almost done here. I'm gonna take a little bit of onion powder. This is real good for flavor in this, and we're just gonna sprinkle it right on top of everything, all right? All right. We also, this is my secret ingredient, we're gonna take a packet of this mild taco seasoning. If you wanna use hot, you can, but I like the mild. And we're just gonna sprinkle this all the way around, all right? All the way around, like so. All the way around. All right, y'all. So that is about it. We're gonna take this and put this in the oven at 375 for about 10 to 15 minutes until all this starts melting. All right, y'all, so I just took this out of the oven. It's real hot. So you see once the cheese starts cooking a little bit and everything starts melting, that's exactly where we want it to be, all right? So I'm gonna leave one of my oven mitts on because this is still real hot. And we're just gonna start mixing this up, all right? So we have our queso fresco right in the middle, all right? And then we have our Velveeta and our meat. And we're just gonna mix this all around together, all right? Just like so. Oh my God, y'all, I am so excited. This is so good. Oh wow, this is gonna be delicious. It's gonna be so good. All right, so now once we mix it a little bit, this is gonna go back in the oven because we're gonna add one more thing, all right, y'all? We're gonna add one more thing. We wanna make sure we get all these ingredients mixed together like so. We got all of our delicious cheese. All right, so once you give it a nice rough mix, we're gonna add some salsa. All right, I like using the mild, but you can use whatever you'd like. So we're just gonna pour this right on top, and we're gonna use the whole jar. Y'all, so I had to think about that for a minute. Okay, and then we also gonna add a little bit of heavy cream. We want this to be a little bit creamier, so we definitely need this. We're just gonna put that right on top. All right, so we're gonna give this another little mix. And then we're gonna put this back in the oven at 375 for about 10 more minutes, y'all. And I am so excited to show y'all this delicious party dip that y'all are gonna love. All right, y'all, so this was just in the oven for about 10 more minutes. So I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit more. Oh, there we go. This is exactly how we wanted it. We got that queso fundido mixing nicely. All right, this is perfect, y'all. We got our meat in there. Now remember, y'all, you can make this vegetarian or you can have the meat in there. I just use the Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage because I like that flavor, but you can use whatever you like, really, all right? So once we give that a nice little mix, we got, oh man, I love making this dip. It's really one of my favorite things to make. All right, y'all. So we're just gonna move this over to the side. And y'all see right here, I have my little party tray ready. So I'm just gonna scoop some of this queso right into the middle here, into our little serving bowl. And I like using these regular tortilla chips, but you could serve it with crackers. You can do whatever you like, y'all. Whatever you like. I'm just gonna fill this up to the top. It's gonna be so good. And it's a nice big portion, so you have plenty to feed everyone, okay, y'all? All right. Oh, this is looking so good. All right, y'all, I gotta try it. It's gonna be real hot, but we're gonna try it. I think it's gonna be so good. I mean, I know I made this before, but you know, each time I'm always like, I hope it's good. I hope it's as good as last time. Look how hot that is, y'all. It's hot. So good.